Good evening and happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for celebrating with us here on Falcon Update, live on YBTV. I'm PJ Rydell.
And I'm Riley Williams. Let's see what's happening at Messiah.
Taking a look at the campus COVID cases, the cumulative number of confirmed positive cases among residents, commuters, and employees is currently 271, and the on-campus vaccination rate currently sits at 77.3%. These numbers represent the number of positive cases since December 30th, 2021, the first day students were allowed to come back to campus for the spring semester.
On Thursday, February 10th, there was a philosophy, science, and God panel and talkback event held by the Messiah Physics Club. The club hosted 4 of Messiah's professors in Alexander Auditorium to discuss 3 fields of science and how they relate to the Creator. Students in science, philosophy, and theology classes attended.
All 3 fields complement each other really well. So I wanted the audience to go home with a sense that, God is in all of these things.
If you want to stay in the loop with the Physics Club, email them at physicsclub@messiah.edu.
Elections for Messiah's 2022 to 2023 student body president and vice president are just around the corner. A debate between the candidates will be held next Wednesday, February 23rd in the Larson Student Union at 6 p.m. Voting will open at 8 p.m. that same day and close next Friday, the 25th. We'll have more election coverage next week.
Of course, Valentine's Day celebrations have continued today on campus. The Student Activities Board is currently hosting a Valentine's Day night in Boyer 131. Our reporter, Paul Callender, is joining us live from the event. Paul?
Thanks, Riley. We're actually, like you just said, we're out here from front of Boyer 131 where there's an exciting event called Valentine's Night In. It's actually started just a couple minutes ago to 9 o'clock p.m. So what's going on here is we got all sorts of fun stuff. We got lots of good people here. Good food, lots of Valentine's candies and all sorts of craziness. I just had a really good chocolate from there. But they're also watching the movie You've Got Mail, a classic rom-com Valentine's movie. And you also have the opportunity to write your own mail. So you can actually write letters to your loved ones or whoever means the most in your lives. So yeah, it's a fun event. They also said bring your PJs. So if you haven't shown up yet, make the walk down, get your PJs on, and get ready for a fun night of celebration. I'm gonna go get my PJs on right now. I don't know about you guys, but maybe after the show we can meet up. So, all right, that's it for now. See you soon. Paul Callender signing off.
Thanks for the update, Paul. We're a little jealous of your chocolates. That looks like a blast. Coming up, we'll have our campus calendar as usual, and we'll be hitting the streets with the Valentine's Day themed Falcon on the Street.
Please stay with us. You're watching Falcon Update, your source for Messiah News.
I'm Josh McLeaf.
I'm Shannon Billington.
My name is Marie Miller, and I am the radio manager here at the Pulse.
The purpose of the Pulse of Messiah is to bring students content on topics that are relevant to them, just bring them information that they need to know, and also information that they find entertaining or engaging.
I'm the editor-in-chief. I write articles. I decide what goes in the magazine each month, and then I edit the stories to make sure they're ready to go to print.
The Pulse's purpose is to educate people who are interested in these fields. You really get a lot of great experience doing things that professionals would do.
We are a team of communicators here at the Pulse. It's given me a lot of communication skills and helped me apply those. I'm actually using a lot of what I learn in my classes here at the Pulse.
My favorite part about the Pulse is collaboration. Not only am I collaborating with my coworkers here, but I'm also collaborating with other clubs to provide promotion for their events through photo and video.
The Pulse has helped me with my career development in a lot of ways. Going from a design assistant to design manager, I have taken such great leadership skills away from this.
Are you interested in design, photography, music, or journalism? Come apply at the Pulse.
C77 is now officially rebranded as Yellow Breeches TV.
watching YBTV.
Falcon Update live on YBTV. Let's go to Marie Miller for this week's campus calendar.
I'm Marie Miller here with this week's campus calendar. Throughout the week, check out the Falcon Fitness Center for plenty of fitness classes. Additionally, Logos Bible Study meets Tuesday at 8 p.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Applications to work at clubs like the Pulse, MCC, SGA, and SAB will all be open within the next week. Keep an eye out for their Instagram pages for more information about applying for various positions. Moving right along to Tuesday, enjoy your in-service day off. There's not a lot going on. On Wednesday, learn more about the Career and Professional Development Center's Into the City trip, Washington, D.C. at 12:15 in Parmer Cinema. The week starts to pick up on Thursday with Galaxy Paint Night in the Union from 7 to 9 p.m. hosted by SAB. In addition to this, attend Cozy Corner at 8:30 p.m. in the Larson Conference Room. Attend the Summer Job Fair from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. outside the Falcon on the same day. The Messiah Games Association is hosting their weekly game night in the Larson Conference Room at 7 p.m. on Friday. The Office of Sustainability is holding, and Theology is holding Teology in Fry 110 at 7:30 p.m. Enjoy a cup of tea and talk about faith and the environment. This week's Lost film is One Night in Miami. Catch it in Parmer Cinema on Friday at 8 p.m. and Saturday at 4 and 8 p.m. On Saturday, test your pool skills at Messiah Games Association's pool tournament at 2 p.m. in the Union. Sign-ups are required to participate. The Wellness and Rec Club is hosting a pool party. Hang out with your friends and play some games and water activities from 6:30 to 9:30 at the pool. Messiah's esports team is hosting their weekly Smash tournament at 6:30 in Melly C002. All are welcome to attend. On Sunday, you can attend Catholic Mass at 5 p.m. in Hosstetter Chapel. Confession will be available from 4:30 to 5 p.m. That's all for this week's campus calendar. I'm Marie Miller.
Thank you, Marie. This Valentine's Day has been rather chilly, to say the least. But if your true love is warmer weather, then you may be in luck later this week. Brendan McNeil has our Falcon forecast.
Good evening, Messiah, and welcome to your weekly Falcon forecast. I'm Brendan McNeil. Let's take a look at the weather for this week. Tonight, you can expect some frigid temperatures as it drops down to a low of 14 degrees. However, tomorrow we're going to have a nice sunny day as it goes up to 38 degrees with a low of 24. Heading into Wednesday and Thursday, we have some much warmer weather to look forward to. Wednesday has a high of 51 and a low of 46, and Thursday has a high of 61 and a low of 36. Unfortunately, Thursday does have some rain scheduled, but regardless, it will be a nice break from the cold weathers that we have been experiencing lately. Friday, we will have a high of 62 degrees with a low of 24. Looking forward to this weekend, we have temperatures ranging in the 40s, getting gradually warmer as the weekend goes on. Saturday will be high of 48 and a low of 22, and Sunday we'll have a high of 49 and a low of 31. Heading into next week, we have warmer weather approaching, and the temperatures will be heading up closer towards the 60s, giving us some hope that spring is right on the horizon. For now, this has been your Falcon Forecast, and I'm Brendan McNeil.
Thank you, Brendan. However, you forgot to mention that today, love is in the air. This week, we asked Messiah students if they had someone special to celebrate with this Valentine's Day. Here's Rosie Sciano with Falcon on the Street.
I'm this week's Falcon on the Street reporter, Rosie Sciano, and today we're asking people, do you have a Valentine?
My dog, Scamper.
No, I do not have a Valentine.
Yes, I do have a Valentine.
Yes, I do have a Valentine, and his name is Jesus.
I have lots of Valentines. I have a lot of people that I love, and those are the people I consider Valentines. So, lots of them.
That's it for this episode of Falcon on the Street. For YBTV, I'm Rosie Sciano.
Thanks, Rosie. If you don't like playing the game of love, then you can play board and card games with the Messiah Games Association every week. Chris Blakeman reports on this week's Bird's Eye View.
I'm Chris Blakeman, and on this week's episode of Bird's Eye View, I'm currently outside the Jordan Atrium where the Messiah Games Association is hosting their weekly game night, where students are able to play a variety of games from D&D to various board games to Magic the Gathering. Let's go check it out.
I really love playing games. I've always loved playing card games, board games, video games, all sorts of stuff. And when I came to Messiah, then they were like, oh, there's a games club. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I've come every year, and we have a really good turnout. I've gotten to know a ton of the people here. So it's a really great community. There's a bunch of different games that I wouldn't get in other places. And overall, just a really good atmosphere, especially on a Friday night after the week.
So essentially right now we're playing Baldur's Gate, and it's a cooperative game with the chance for someone to become a traitor. Currently no one's the traitor and we're fighting against the game, but it's actually a lot of fun. So this has been the Bird's Eye View, taking a look at the Messiah Games Association. I had a lot of fun tonight. I played We Didn't Play Test This Anyway and Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, both of which were very fun, and I enjoyed hanging out with all the people here. Reporting for YBTV, I'm Chris Blakeman.
Thank you, Chris. Now we'll let love open the door to the vault with our very own Kelly Gainey.
Welcome to the Vault, unlocking Messiah's history 1 week at a time. I'm your host, Kelly Gainey. Love is in the air this week, but what about on the dance floor? For most of its history, Messiah students were not allowed to dance on or off campus. It wasn't until 1991 that the dance policy began to be reviewed, and after another 3 years of debates at the Senate table, Messiah decided to allow school dances. The nail in the coffin for the old dance policy would come with the inauguration of new Messiah president, Rodney Swatsky. The inaugural ball was the first dance here at Messiah, hosted by SAB and Noggle staff on November 12, 1994. 200 students danced the night away alongside President Swatsky and his wife. It marked a new era for Messiah students' life as we know it today. That's all for this week. Make sure to tune in next week for what we unlock here next on The Vault.
Thank you, Kelly. Next, sports.
We'll see what the Falcons are up to next week right after this break.
I'm Lily. I am a junior, and I am a broadcasting and media production major at Messiah. I chose to be a broadcasting and media production major because as a little girl, I dreamt of being a TV anchor. There are so many opportunities you can have as a broadcasting major. Messiah is really unique in the fact that we have our own TV station, and it's student-led, so each week we have Falcon Update, which is a half hour, and then we have MC Live, which is a half hour as well. My favorite part is just being in the hustle and bustle of everything, and I'm really excited to just be creative when I'm putting together news packages or shooting other stories, just really getting every element of storytelling in my work. So we have a lot of faith-based projects. Right now we're working on one, it's called Faith Sides for multimedia storytelling. In pairs we're interviewing each other for 2 minutes about some aspect of faith. A lot of students from our major either intern at ABC 27 or WGAL. I shadowed one of my professors at a Hershey Bears game. The Bears are a local AHL hockey team, and through that experience I developed connections, and eventually I got a job there. So I run the Crossfire machine and the LEDs on game days. My freshman year at Messiah, when I first came, I knew absolutely nothing about broadcasting or media, and now I feel confident that I can go work at a TV news station.
You're watching Falcon Update live on Messiah University's Yellow Breeches Television.
Welcome back to Falcon Update live on YBTV.
Let's see how Messiah winter and spring athletics are doing so far this season.
Messiah's women's swim team claimed the MAC championship this weekend, their 8th title in the last 9 years. The Falcons finished the tournament with 1,343.5 points, along with 6 gold medals, 5 silver medals, and 6 bronze medals. One of the golds came courtesy of Nancy Ziegler in the 1,650-yard freestyle and another in the 400-yard freestyle relay. Congratulations to Messiah's women's swim team on the championship.
Messiah women's basketball picked up 2 more wins against conference opponents this past week. Beginning with a big win on Wednesday, hosting the Stevenson Mustangs, the Falcons dominated the Mustangs 74-46. Thanks to a 25-point third quarter and defense holding Stevenson to under 10 points in 2 of the 4 quarters on Saturday, the Falcons won a nail-biter over Alvernia by a final of 60-58. The Falcons' Reese Harden led the effort over Alvernia with 16 points. Messiah women's basketball has won 14 straight and improves to 19-2 on the season. The first-place Falcons have just 2 more games to play before MAC playoffs begin.
Messiah men's basketball secured a thrilling win over the Stevenson Mustangs on Wednesday by a final of 60-59. Led by Will Young's 21-point performance, the Falcons held on to a 4th place in the conference thanks to the win. However, the Falcons on the road against Alvernia on Saturday fell 75-93 on the road. Despite an 11-point lead at the half, the Falcons collapsed on both sides of the ball in the last 20 minutes. The Falcons stand at 9-11 on the season and are 4th in the Commonwealth with 2 games left to play.
Messiah men's volleyball is on a roll after the week's action, going 4-0 in their recent contests. On Tuesday, the team defeated King's College 3-0. On Friday, the Falcons defeated Geneva College 3-0, and then on Saturday, the Falcons beat both Wilkes University and Wells College by finals of 3-0 each. The Falcons have swept 5 matches in a row and improved to 7-3 on the season as they host Eastern University on Wednesday.
Messiah Wrestling wrapped up their season this weekend with a 33-6 win over Elizabethtown and a 12-34 loss on senior night against TCNJ. The Falcons finished the season with an even 8-8 record.
Messiah Baseball opened their 2022 season on Saturday by splitting a doubleheader with Cabrini College. In Game 1, the Falcons fell 9-5, but Evan Wagaman highlighted the game with a solo home run in his first game as a Falcon. In Game 2, the Falcons were victorious by a final of 14-6. The Falcons jumped on Cabrini in the second game, scoring 8 runs in the top of the first inning. The Falcons put the game on ice with 4 home runs in the 4th inning by Casey Karras, Clayton Roberts, Mason Valentino, and Ryan Friend. The win is new head coach Phil Schallenberger's first with the Falcons. Their next game is on Friday versus Methodist University in North Carolina.
The esports season is well underway as Messiah's Overwatch team is off to a strong 2-1 start. With wins against Lackawanna College and Army West Point, Rocket League won their most recent match against the Newman Knights 3-0, bringing their record to 1-2. Hearthstone is off to a rough start with an 0-5 record. Also off to a rough start is the League of Legends team, losing their first 2 matches to Barrack College and York University. Perhaps Messiah's strongest team is the newly formed Smash team. They have won their first 3 matches without giving up a single round. You can catch their next match this Thursday at 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/Messiah Esports.
That's a wrap for this week's Falcon Update. Thanks for celebrating your Valentine's Day with us.
Tune in for more Messiah news, including more election information. That's all headed your way next Monday at 7 p.m. But now, get ready for a brand new episode of YB Tonight.
What?
I'm Josh McLeaf.
I'm Shannon Billington.
My name is Marie Miller, and I am the radio manager here at The Pulse.
purpose of the Pulse at Messiah is to bring students content on topics that are relevant to them, just bring them information that they need to know and also information that they find entertaining or engaging.
I'm the editor-in-chief. I write articles, I decide what goes in the magazine each month, and then I edit the stories to make sure they're ready to go to print.
The Pulse's purpose is to educate people who are interested in these fields. You really get a lot of great experience doing things that professionals would do.
We are a team of communicators here at the Pulse. It's given me a lot of communication skills and helped me apply those. I'm actually using a lot of what I learned in my classes here at the Pulse.
My favorite part about the Pulse is collaboration. Not only am I collaborating with my coworkers here, but I'm also collaborating with other clubs to provide promotion for their events through photo and video.
The Pulse has helped me with my career development in a lot of ways. Going from a design assistant to design manager, I have taken such great leadership skills away from this.
Are you interested in design, photography, music, or journalism? Come apply at the Pulse.
Good evening, Messiah. Welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm Rosie Schiano.
And I'm Brenda McNeil. Tonight we have Becca Ziegler here to perform a dance she choreographed, as well as Emma Augustine, who will also be performing her own choreography.
After that, we'll sit down with both of them to talk a little bit more about their craft. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
My name is Macy Thornton. I'm a senior and I'm a public relations major. I was initially drawn to the public relations major because I've always been great with people and the skills are very transferable. One thing that's definitely unique to Messiah is that they teach from a Christian perspective, and I've been able to use that in internships and those types of opportunities. The professors are great, they're very approachable, and they genuinely want to see you succeed. I'm involved in athletics in that I'm on the Messiah women's basketball team, and it's been one of the most enriching experiences of my life. I'm in a class called Senior PR Campaign, and we're working for an actual nonprofit organization off campus, so we're helping them with some PR related things, and it's just really great to actually put theory into practice and to feel like you're making a difference even though you're still in school. And I also had the opportunity to do an internship with a minor league baseball team. PR practitioners have to conduct themselves ethically. They have to have integrity. They have to be honest and transparent with the people they work with. So ethics is a big part of public relations. I believe Christian PR practitioners are called to hold themselves to a higher standard because of their beliefs, and that should show in their professional life. I feel very prepared with regard to the experiences I've had, the internship opportunities I've had, and the knowledge I have that the PR major has given me and the skills I've attained through it.
Welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm Rosie Schiano, and I've got Becca Ziegler here with me. And she is going to dance to a song that she choreographed. What a lovely performance, Becca. After the break, we'll sit down with Becca to hear a little bit more about her dance experience. Stay tuned. Whew.
I'm Lily. I am a junior, and I am a broadcasting and media production major at Messiah. I chose to be a broadcasting and media production major because as a little girl, I dreamt of being a TV anchor There are so many opportunities you can have as a broadcasting major. Messiah is really unique in the fact that we have our own TV station and it's student-led. So each week we have Falcon Update, which is a half hour, and then we have MC Live, which is a half hour as well. My favorite part is just being in the hustle and bustle of everything, and I'm really excited to just be creative when I'm putting together news packages or shooting other stories, just really getting every element of storytelling in my work. So we have a lot of faith-based projects. Right now we're working on one, it's called Faith Sides for multimedia storytelling. In pairs we're interviewing each other for 2 minutes about some aspect of faith. A lot of students from our major either intern at ABC 27 or WGAL. I shadowed one of my professors at a Hershey Bears game. The Bears are a local AHL hockey team, and through that experience I developed connections and eventually I got a job there. So I run the Crossfire machine and the LEDs on game days. My freshman year at Messiah, when I first came, I knew absolutely nothing about broadcasting or media, and now I feel confident that I can go work at a TV news station.
You're watching Falcon Update live on Messiah University's Yellow Breeches Television.
Welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm Rosie Schiano, and I've got Becca Ziegler here with me. How are you tonight, Becca?
I'm feeling pretty good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna just jump into some questions. So first, how did you first get involved in dance?
Well, when I was like 1 and 2, my mom often found me like bouncing around to my favorite TV shows. So when I was 3, she decided to put me into dance.
Good, so about 3 years old you started?
Yeah.
Good, okay. So I know that you've been involved with Acclamation. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So Acclamation is Messiah's dance club. We cover a variety of genres from tap to jazz, lyrical. We even have an outreach class that goes out to the community churches and does some performance there. But we're all about sharing our gift of dance and worshiping God through it.
Good, I love that. So how did you get started in Acclamation?
So I got started, I was a huge dancer in high school. Okay. So immediately when the engagement fair happened, I was looking for anything dance involved. So I found the Acclamation station, such friendly faces and welcoming hands. I loved my classes I took my first year. And then someone asked me to become the Jazz 3 teacher, so I went ahead and took that spot.
And that's where you are now.
That's where I am now.
Perfect. So can you tell us a little bit more about your choreography process and what inspires you?
So honestly, how I begin is typically I'm in my car just listening to the radio, and I'll be thinking about, okay, what am I doing next semester? Gotta get started. And there's just a song that comes on that just kind of touches your heart, and you get this very like tingly feeling inside of you that just tells you, I'm supposed to dance to this. So that's kind of how I start. And then I just go into an open space and hit the song on repeat. It'll play like 15 to 20 times. And I just start moving to it to see what kind of feeling and mood that I want out of the song. And then just gets choreographed from there.
So it's a pretty emotional connection for you.
Yes, very emotional.
Okay, so how do you balance acclimation and dance with your academics?
So dance is kind of like my emotional release, and my connection to God. It's often my form of prayer as well. So rather than it kind of being something that takes up my time or busies my schedule, it is a time that I put aside for myself, that's accounted for, that has a purpose for me, and then all of the allotted time that I have left, I'll use for my studies.
Good, I love that. Take a little time out to dance.
Yeah.
I love that. So what do you enjoy most about performing?
Honestly, just sharing my love for Jesus and what he has done for me throughout my life is pretty incredible. So it's like there is nothing I can do to pay him back but to praise him and worship him through dance. And it's just fun learning from others, from watching others, and how it can impact your own dance style.
And what about choreography? What do you enjoy most about that?
Choreography, creating a story. Honestly, you can take any song that you want. I mean, even if you're just listening to the radio, everyone gets a different meaning from a song. And you get to take that meaning and create your own story with it and share that story. But if you see another dance doing it to the same song, it's going to be completely different. And that's super cool because you get to know other people's stories.
Right, yeah. Everybody can tell it a different way.
Yeah.
Love that. So after graduation, do you plan on having any dance after that? Do you plan on doing anything with dance after graduation?
Yeah, I hope to either get involved with like a local dance studio, or if I'm a teaching major, so if the school allows me, I'd also start my own after-school dance program for kids who maybe cannot afford to go to a dance studio.
Wow, yeah, I love that. So why did you choose dance over any other extracurricular activity?
Well, like I said before, I was always dancing to my favorite TV shows, so my mom was the one who put me in dance, and I absolutely loved it. There were a few times that I asked my parents if I could wrestle, because I have two older brothers who wrestle, and they wrestle with me all the time when we're at home. So I asked when I was like 6 and 12, and at those points, not a lot of girls were involved in the sport, so my mom and dad were a little bit nervous about putting me in it, and that was okay because I had so much passion for dance already.
Good. One last question. What would you tell people who are just starting out dancing or choreographing?
For those who are just starting to dance, honestly, don't worry about what anyone else thinks, because you're there for you. If you're there to have fun, if you're there to worship, if you're there to just move and get exercise, do it. And don't be ashamed about if you've had any education in dance or if you've gone and danced in front of people before. Just don't let that get in your way of having a good time. And for those choreographing, don't try to force anything on the song. Let the song speak to you and move you.
I love that advice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Becca. We'll be right back with another amazing dance performance by Emma Augustine. Don't go away.
I'm Josh McLeaf.
I'm Shannon Billington.
My name is Marie Miller, and I am the radio manager here at the Pulse.
The purpose of the Pulse of Messiah is to bring students content on topics that are relevant to them, just bring them information that they need to know, and also information that they find entertaining or engaging.
I'm the editor-in-chief. I write articles. I decide what goes in the magazine each month, and then I edit the stories to make sure they're ready to go to print.
The Pulse's purpose is to educate people who are interested in these fields, really get a lot of great experience doing things that professionals would do.
We are a team of communicators here at the Pulse. It's given me a lot of communication skills and helped me apply those. I'm actually using a lot of what I learned in my classes here at the Pulse.
My favorite part about the Pulse is collaboration. Not only am I collaborating with my coworkers here, but I'm also collaborating with other clubs to provide promotion for their events through photo and video.
The Pulse has helped me with my career development in a lot of ways. Going from a design assistant to design manager, I have taken such great leadership skills away from this.
Are you interested in design, photography, music, or journalism? Come apply at the Pulse.
C77 is now officially rebranded as Yellow Breeches TV.
You're watching YBTV.
Welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm Brendan McNeil. Let's give it up for Emma Augustine as she performs a piece titled Alone in Suffering. Thank you so much, Emma. That was beautiful. And after the break, we'll be right back to chat some more with Emma. Don't go anywhere.
The nursing program at Messiah College prepared me in multiple ways. It really just helped me grow in my faith, first of all, but also in my vocation. I have found that adjusting to the work environment has been easier, and I feel that it was very much to do with Messiah College's nursing program.
The simulation labs here at Messiah, the ones that we used as students, are very comparable to the local hospitals.
My first job offer was here during a shadowing experience through the college. I interviewed and I pretty much got the job offer right there.
What I really like about Messiah students is that they look at nursing as a profession and a career, and they tend to do very, very well.
The fact that we are CCNE accredited says that we are engaged in effective educational practices. This means that the student who comes to Messiah College can be assured of receiving the highest quality nursing education, and that their degree will be recognized by top healthcare organizations and graduate programs.
A lot of the relationships that I have with my classmates are very, very special. Nursing can be challenging, and so it's very nice to have friends that know what you're going through. One thing at Messiah College, which is really great, is how the Christian faith is brought into almost every part of your college career. In a lot of the classes, you have sometimes a devotional, or it's integrated into the course curriculum somehow.
The faculty at Messiah cared for me as a learner and as a person. They poured time and energy into me and supported me in my troubles and shared in my successes.
Come visit, set up a time where you can meet up with a professor, sit in on a class. It's a great way to see what Messiah College is all about, and just an overall amazing experience.
You're watching YBTV live on YouTube. Check out our channel after the show for more great content from Messiah University.
Should be fun. I love s'mores.
Me too, especially on a campfire.
The best.
Golden brown.
You're watching YBTV.
Welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm Brendan McNeil, and I have Emma Augustine here with me. How you doing, Emma?
Really good.
Thank you for coming on. So I'm going to jump right into it here. Can you tell us a little bit about the creative process behind choreographing your own material and what helps your creativity come out?
So for me, a lot of times, kind of like Becca said earlier, like I'll be driving, listening to the radio or listening to Spotify, and a song will come on that just really speaks to maybe something I've experienced in the past or something I'm going through right then. And I'll just kind of be like, okay, I really think, like, maybe not right away, but I'll want to do a dance to that song. And then when I do end up doing it, I'll usually just play it through. I'll just kind of sit, and I don't really do any choreographing right away just because I want to hear the music and just feel what I'm getting from it. And then after doing that a couple of times, I like to choreograph literally. So like if like some of the words, I'll choreograph movements that match what the words say. And then other times I'll just kind of do it to the music. So it kind of varies depending on what I want to, how I'm feeling and what I really want to tell people, like the story through the songs.
Great. And do you have a particular style you enjoy doing the most? And if you do, why is that?
I think for me, ballet is definitely the one style I love doing because that's the first type of dance I started doing. I did it like 3 years, and then I took a bit of a break, and then I've been doing it ever since I came here. So ballet is my favorite style to do it, dance to.
And do you have a favorite style to choreograph as well?
I think it's a really close tie between ballet and lyrical, just because you can almost use the two of them together. So it's like its own unique style, but they're both my favorite.
Yeah, and when did you first get involved in choreographing your own dances?
I think, I want to say freshman year of high school, I started doing dances for my church, so I would be choreographing those, and then I actually ended up choreographing for me, and then there's triplets at my church back home, and so I would choreograph dances for them to do at church, and then kept on doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I understand you're a part of Acclamation here. I was wondering if you could tell us a little about how you got involved and what made you want to teach at Acclamation as well.
So I actually found out about Acclamation when I went to a college fair back when I was in high school, and there was a booth on Messiah, and I had one of their catalogs, and I saw that they had a dance ministry club, which made me really excited because I love dancing, and I wanted to be able to keep doing dance even through like college without having the stress of it being a major or for a grade. And so I came here and I went to the activities fair and found their booth, and I was like, they had so many different classes. I was like, I didn't even realize this is how intense it was, if that's the right word. And then I did a whole bunch of classes my freshman year, and I was actually asked to be the prayer chaplain at the end of my freshman year, which I'm still prayer chaplain there now. So I've had that position, and I didn't start teaching until the spring semester of my junior year, and I took over for the ballet instructor, and I was asked to do that because like I've been a part of Ballet 3 since freshman year, so kind of like being involved in all that, I knew kind of what to do, and I've also had choreographing experience.
That's awesome. So you've had quite the journey.
Yeah.
If you don't mind sticking with Acclamation, what kind of stuff goes into the final show for Acclamation? What goes into it to make that final product?
So there's a lot. We have to have each of the costumes, like all the dances. Then we need to make sure there's costumes for everyone. We have to put in for lighting, and there's also what space do we do it in? Because we've actually made a huge move from doing our winter show off campus to being able to do it on campus. We have our long process of we put out the special dance floor that we dance on, so we don't really, it's less slippery than a regular gymnasium floor, and it's easier to dance on. And then we do a lot of like tech rehearsals, so we have one big one, and we kind of need to work on spacing because it's a lot different doing it in the studio at Whitmer versus doing it on the stage where we're actually performing. And then we have our ensemble piece, which is something that everyone in Acclamation does regardless of like what class they're in. So kind of like we teach everyone the chorus the last like week, and then the different sections have their own different part of the song that they do a section of dancing to. So that's another big chunk that goes into making the show possible.
Yeah, so a lot of work, and I'm impressed that you can bring it all together. When it comes to inspiration for your own dances, what do you look for that inspiration to get started?
For me, I draw a lot on like experiences of like loss or something happy that I've had, and just because like I use dance as like an emotional outlet. So for me, if I ever have like a moment where I felt a very strong emotion, I draw off of that. And I also do it a lot for like scripture, like just kind of what do I get from reading this certain Bible verse, like what is God saying to me through that.
That's great. A common theme that a lot of people say, especially when they want to get into dancing, they say they don't because it's too late to start. And what do you want to say to people that think it's too late and want to get started?
I would say it's never too late to get started. Like I know I started a little on the later side in 6th grade when I started dance, but it's honestly, it is such a fun experience. And I know especially like doing it for Acclamation, like God does not care if you can't dance. It's meant to be a fun experience. So I'd say just start dancing whenever you want. You don't have to be an expert.
Yeah, that's great. And what made you choose dancing over singing or another form of extracurricular?
For me, I think dance was like the best way for me to express my emotions, and I also can't sing very well, so I've definitely felt more freedom in just being able to dance and move my body and worship God through that.
Yeah, and you found that dance helps you connect more with
Yeah.
God. That's awesome. And do you plan on doing anything with dance after college and after you graduate?
Yeah, I'd like to keep up with doing like ballet classes, or I've always wanted to try ballroom dancing, so.
That's awesome. Just keep going.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you so much, Emma, for being here tonight. We're going to take a quick break, and right after that, we want you to stay tuned because we got more coming up.
You're watching YBTV live on YouTube. Check out our channel after the show for more great content from Messiah University.
It should be fun. I love s'mores.
Me too, especially on a campfire.
The best.
Golden brown.
Thank you so much for tuning in to YB Tonight. An extra thank you to Becca Ziegler as well as Emma Augustine for sharing their wonderful talents with us. I'm Brendan McNeil.
And I'm Rosie Schiano. And from all of us here at YBTV, have a fantastic night, Messiah.